Siberia is a cold region of Russia. This region is famous for its cold weather. Its population is very low, and its minimum temperature is generally minus 75 degrees centigrade. And even on normal days, its temperature remains below minus 45 degrees. This region has been recognized as the coldest region in the world. Even at this temperature, everything in the world remains frozen. There is always a risk of spitting in the mouths of the people here, and there is also a risk of stopping at one place when the pupils are dry. Here, if boiling water is thrown into the air, it freezes in the air and becomes ice. Here, auto cars have to be kept running at all times. If these cars are not started, there is a risk that they will never start. Here, a special method has to be adopted to urinate. Otherwise, urine freezes in the human gut and causes death. Here, urinating openly is also a life-saving task. The same is the case of doing a big washroom. Here, digging a grave is also a task. If such a time comes, then first the place of the grave is searched. Then the fire is lit for 6-7 days to soften the place. After that, it is dug little by little and the grave is prepared. Even after this, you have to go through many stages until the burial. Here, the snow remains frozen at all times. Therefore, even in the completion of general and routine work, you have to face many difficulties. Mobile phones do not work here, because the signal temperature freezes due to the fall, and the batteries do not work either. This is the reason why the internet is not present here. But this does not mean that life is eternal here. No, it is not. God has blessed man with innumerable qualities. Everything is here. Life is also present here with all its elements. And for thousands of years, life has been flowing with all its paths, markets, government and non-governmental offices, schools and colleges, roads, streets, roads, and all kinds of facilities are present here in the same way as in our country. When the sun increases the temperature to some extent in the summer, then the rivers, streams, lakes, rivers, and roads are closed due to snow. They all open up. But the winter weather is very beneficial for the residents here. This is because the rivers, streams, and roads are flooded in the summer. In the winter, the temperature drops due to snow. These streams, rivers, and rivers are filled with snow and become strong roads, and it becomes very easy to transport this area. And due to all the contacts with other countries, the business of the whole year is completed in these days. But in the winter, these areas are cut off from the rest of the country, and the business of life stops here. Man has been blessed with innumerable qualities by nature and nature. If a person wants, then even in extremely difficult conditions he can face it. If he comes to face it, he does it perfectly. In this condition, the heat and cold do not keep anything in view. There is no life more difficult than man and no more delicate than this. Man has visited every part of the world, but he has also arranged his wealth there in every way. It is not that even in Siberia, events like Murray have ever occurred. Whatever happened in Murray cannot be compared with Siberia or any other country. But whatever happens in our country is inevitable. In our country, every incident is more than one. No lesson is taught from any incident here. Between 7 and the 8th of January 2022 in Murray, 22 lives were lost. There is no sign of them. In the presence of such an unprecedented human crowd, despite such severe snowfall, there was no arrangement to remove snow from the roads. The entire area was deprived of electricity. There was no arrangement for parking cars. There was no facility to deliver food in cars or any such facility. Those who could reach the hotels were treated very cruelly. The rent of a room for ours, 3,000 from them was demanded for ours, 25,000, sometimes ours, 40,000, and sometimes ours, 50,000 when it was preferred to save lives for everyone in that snowstorm. The price of boiled eggs was ours, 500. A glass of hot water was given for ours, 1,000. It was also heard that where the first residents were provided with a heater, they were also provided with the facility of a heater with the arrival of a snowstorm. Those who were trying to push their snow-covered cars on the roads and move them somewhere else were asked to push them for ours, 3,000. There were also those who put a chain and moved the cars to another place holding a chain in their hands. There were also those who were in the snow and were asking for Rs. 5,000 to Rs. 7,000. There was a commotion. In the hell of the snow, the demons were looting people and asking them for women's jewelry in compensation. Contrary to this, there were also some servants of God who were giving tea and other warm things to people in their cars from their nearby houses. The residents of the place also provided shelter to the homeless people trapped in the snow. There is no doubt that if the effects of good and good cannot be seen immediately, they will soon come to the public temple. The same thing happened here. At first, the demons caused a ruckus of people's dislike and inhuman behavior. But as soon as people freed themselves from the fear of saving their lives and came in front of the media, they found that not all the people there were good people, but there were also a number of good servants of God. We are not trying to determine the responsibilities here, but we are trying to move the chain so that the state itself determines the responsibilities, even if the state itself is not included in these responsibilities. But what will happen? Nothing will happen. This incident will also be considered as a forgotten story as always, and no step will be taken towards improvement or not. Perhaps we and you all know the decision. We pray to God that we will be guided by His lesson, and may God have mercy and grace on all of us sinners. Thanks very much. Take care of yourself.